That is so hard for me to watch. What I just did. Hey, welcome to the fractured world of Freddie Williams. Like, my video took a whole different turn. If this is your first time, I'm Freddie Williams. If you like me, like and subscribe. But please stay here because it's gonna get interesting towards the end. And please leave a comment and a like and a dislike. So, without further ado, this was supposed to be about Trump people. You'll see what happened. Okay. Well, since I live with DID, I figure, and since I was triggered because of being an empath and being hypersensitive to everything, the video would be about being an empath. I feel like the majority, or if not all, of people that live with DID are empaths. Because, you know, we're obviously hypersensitive. Why would our minds do what it did to protect ourselves from the trauma that we had when we were a child, or in our childhood? That's a tricky thing in itself, because I'm a generally optimistic person. I'm like a happy-go-lucky person, but I feel everyone's energy. Everyone's. Like, so I don't like crowds. I do not like crowded places. I can deal with it and be fine, and you'll not even know I'm there. But I just the different energies. It's like I can almost read your mind. It feels icky sometimes, like literally, like I can, you know, I can feel you. And naturally, people can feel energy anyway, because we're always transmitting and receiving energy. Like that's fact. But yeah, and with different people, I'm so sensitive. It could just be one person. And if you're negative or toxic in any kind of way, I like sweat and feel icky, like I need to take a shower, like I have to get away from you, like literally. And that's what happened today, is that I live with my sister because of something horrible that happened to me. I'm gonna share that in a story time some other time. She's the one that pissed me off today, because I'm staying with her, unfortunately. I'm grateful. Don't get it twisted. But I can't, my family and their attitudes and their dysfunction just don't match with what I'm going through in my life. I'm beyond that. And so, I'm just looking forward and onward, honey. So that's when I say later on, I could be on the streets. That's because I would put myself on the streets than be around toxic people, because it affects me like that. I'd rather be on the streets than be around toxic people, family or whatever. Because I think that when you realize what that does to you and your thoughts, like every thought that you make has a consequence, and there's power behind everything that you think and do, and you don't realize that, and you're sitting there complaining about it all the time. I don't wanna be near it. Especially because I see it and I'm telling you what it is. Because a person like me that has to examine themselves on a daily knows all about mental things, you know, like I am an expert at that stuff, you know, just because I've lived through all of this stuff. I know people so well because of my condition, because there's so many different types. And so that's a strength of mine because of the condition. Like, you can get many strengths from it, but that's from anything. You know, there's negatives and positives, I feel, out of anything and everything out of life. So, you know, me crying later in the video, I don't feel sad at all. That's progress. I don't mind showing all that, you know. I know when I was going through it, I'm like, well, maybe I won't show this. No, it's important to show that. I ain't afraid to show it, you know, because I feel like effeminate gay guys, especially black effeminate gay men, are some of the strongest. We're the strongest men in the fucking world. We have the biggest balls in the world. I don't think there's anybody that is more discriminated against than an effeminate black man. then maybe a trans, you know, maybe. We're about in the same boat. But anyway, that's my opinion, but my opinion's pretty strong, okay? Carries a lot of weight. So I ain't worried about it. You're gonna see the beauty, the good, the bad, ugly, I don't care. You're gonna see it all. Because I'm transparent like that. And that's how I love my people, and that's how I'm talking to you like y'all are my friends. I see when people actually start watching me, I'm talking to y'all as my fans. My friends, not fans. So, and those are the type of people I love to be around. Transparent, you're real. Usually, God, what is wrong with my words today? Usually, with the different energies that you encounter, you absorb them, and so you can feel like they're yours, but when you're an empath and you understand what's going on, you can discern what energy is yours and what thoughts are yours and stuff and what is not yours, and like kind of you can separate it usually, like if you know if you can't get away from that person, or at least you can separate it enough to where you know it's not yours and you're not going to react on it or act on it, because I didn't give myself time to back up, and instead my alter reacted, I guess. Wait, I'm not explaining that right. No, I'm not explaining that right at all, actually. I was fine. Okay. What happened today was that my alter...
So you have like alter egos?
I do. She does.
Y'all do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
isn't used to dealing with my sister's energy. And because he's not used to dealing with her. I'm usually the one that deals with her because I can duck off water off a duck's back, you know. And he wasn't prepared for her nasty ass attitude because it's just how she is. He wasn't prepared for it, so he snapped. And since I was co-conscious with him, I'm like, oh no. So I had to like kind of grip the wheel of the car and like hold him back, like, oh no, 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 you're gonna get us kicked out, like, you know. And so his anger, like, and that energy, like, at first it didn't affect me because I knew what was going on, but it was so powerful that it like got to me, and like, and I know how to handle it. So just because you got like a pretty good grip on it doesn't mean that it can't seep through. There is no mastering, I don't think, anything in the world, really. There's no true mastering, you know. There's always a chance that, you know, nothing's truly perfect. So that happens, you know. That toxicity slipped through. He let it get to him and be trying to like hold him down, even though knowing that, you know, it wasn't that serious. It just got to be, and I was like, and before I could really shake it off quick enough, and that happens, you know. But the great thing is that when you know how to deal with these energies, you know how to get rid of them quicker too. And so yeah, you're still going to be affected from time to time, but you don't have to stew in it, and it doesn't have to ruin your day. All in all, that was like maybe an hour of frustration out of my day. Not a big deal. Whoop-de-doo. And you know what? It's stuff that I need to get off my chest. There's a lot I need to get off my chest that I'm not totally doing right now because I'm not in my own space. And I know there's a lot of y'all out there that understand how that is. I embrace all of that stuff about me, because that's what's gonna make me stronger. That's what makes me stronger, and that's why I continue to evolve and become a better, more beautiful, more brilliant person. That's what you do. That's what you do to work on yourself. When you really want to be truly happy and not be a toxic, negative burden to the world. But it is what it is. I choose happiness, baby. I choose brilliance. And when I look back on this, I'm gonna be like, oh, I remember. Dang, I'm glad I ain't there no more. So hey, I look forward, baby. I look forward. You know, for the most part, like you'll see later on in the video, when the co-consciousness and me letting them talk or me talking for them, or like there's a lot that goes on. Like I'll have to break it down for you, but if you want to analyze, go ahead, feel free. But I didn't expect to really show my splits happening on camera this quick. And it makes me a little uncomfortable, but at the same time I feel, you know, I have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's one of my sayings. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's a part of life. So true. And the more uncomfortable it is, usually that means that it's important or that you should avoid it altogether. Aggravation, one or the other of it all. It's just that, why don't you realize what you're saying to yourself? They always try to make me feel like I'm crazy because of my split personality disorder or DID. And I'm looking at you like, I'm thankful for having DID because that's helping me really see shit for what it is, like literally. Like I deal with that every day. It's something I do every day. Every day is always about bettering myself. You know, working to being a better person and having a better life. So, you know, being a happier, more fulfilled, self-validated, because I'm not looking for y'all's validation anymore, appreciation. It's all coming from in here. I'm finally there. It's taking me forever to get there. And the more I work on myself and I see the progress, the more I see where I was when I look at people and their negative self-talk and the stuff that they're going through, and I'm giving them like the solutions, like, or at least what's worked for me. These people are not trying to help themselves be better people. You can't help nobody that doesn't want to help themselves. So like the situation I'm in is that it's just really fucked up anyway. Like everything went to shit last year. In a relationship that I was in, he was a toxic person. Like, that's a story on itself. But I lost everything. And I ended up here at my sister's, which is temporary. And it is... and just because of toxicity, like one step away from being on the streets. And would almost prefer it. Because of the stress, it's unnecessary. And so like, I don't know where I'm going here. I don't know where the fuck I'm going here. You're just getting your thoughts out. I know, but when I'm aware of the camera, like, then I start to like check what I'm talking about, and I start to check, like, you know, because I'm aware, and so I can't even talk to y'all the way I really want to talk to y'all because of, you know, why don't you just try to forget that the camera is there, and camera don't bother me. Hey camera, you fucked about the camera. Jesus. I don't know. I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated because, like, I know that, you wanted to say something, and I just totally interrupted you, and like, this is what happens. This is what happens when, like, I'm trying to, like, see, I try to get this all done. I'm not used to having that camera on, like, when I'm just, like, ranting and stuff. So it's a process that I gotta get used to. Once I get used to it, I'm probably gonna have one of my alters set it up to where maybe I'm not aware of the camera or something, so we can communicate like we always do. Like, I don't know. You're thinking too much. Freddie? I can't get my thoughts right. But, where did Freddy go? He's pissed off about the camera or something. Oh shit. That is so hard for me to watch. What I just did was watch that segment. Because oh, all my mind is doing is protecting myself, and to watch my alters on camera do what they just did is so hard. Sharing this condition with the world when I don't know that much about it, and I'm learning about it, and I'm not crying about the condition. Actually, my DID has saved my life on many freaking occasions. I am just so upset about the ignorance of the community I grew up in and not learning more myself. The ignorance that's perpetuated about different mental illnesses. It's not even just about the personalities thing today. Like, this was supposed to be a video about Trump. This was what I was focused on, and just someone's negativity today just totally triggered one of my alters and just set me off. Well, it set him off, and then it set me off, and this is what happens, you know, sometimes, you know, but I'm okay. I just need to get out of this toxic situation, and I will. But I'm gonna keep pushing, and eventually, sooner than you realize, I will be on some high quality video in my own place. Manifest. Soon as possible. Because you know what?